Greetings, everyone. I'm using this photo because I look drunk in it. And the truth is, I don't consume alcohol, but I'm drunk with the truth of our present situation. There are some lessons that I have learned, and I'd like to share them with you. Take the ones that you can identify with and throw the rest away, and perhaps sit down and think about your own lessons that you have learned thus far. Number one, I've learned that individualism is now the order of the day. So you hear expressions like "tan your yard," "leave company alone." These are not ideas that will go away anytime soon. And it's not a new thing, it's been happening for a while. When we see how social media is, when we see how much we come to rely on complete strangers to satisfy our loneliness or to give us something meaningful in our life, individualism promotes, us looking to strangers, or often they're, promoting themselves. And as an individual, you can't even connect with real people anymore. We're connecting with complete strangers and feeling that that's normal. Number two, survival of the fittest. Listen, religion used to play a very big part in people's life, and now with everything that's happening, religion is on the back burner. People are not extreme or otherwise, not able to use religion to answer or solve any of their problems anymore. Now, what we're looking at is science, and so scientific gods are now what we have to look to, or we're forced to look at, to solve our daily existence. You did not think you could live without going to church, and now you find out that you can. So, as we expect the rollout of the National Sunday Law, it's going to slowly come back, but it's going to take a new form. The importance of the church, or the body of, whatever religion you believe in. After you've been separated from it for so long, you're going to not see the importance and value of being in that kind of community. Number three, technology is a new tool to enhance civilization. And it's not new either. It's not a new concept. The first test run was a Pokemon. And when you look at these self-serve stations, whether at the airport or wherever you go, in stores and so on, you're seeing now we're focusing on this technology that is also linked to the individualism. And of course, another example is like Uber Eats. Somebody orders food through our app, it's left at your doorway, and now you feel like, wow, life is so much better. Number four, education. For the life of me, why can't I say that word? Education. Distance learning modules are introduced, and this is not new either. And so what we're seeing now is more of an entrepreneurial spirit. The internet is where it's at. And so I'm going to say, why are we as a community still promoting the idea of getting degrees and not encouraging our young ones to have business modules to encourage them to stay in business? Because in a time like this, I mean, a lot of businesses are going under, but if the business is on the internet, a lot of people who are working online are finding out that things didn't really change that much for them. I'm not saying that education is not important. I am just saying that our perspective on it needs to be addressed, because there are so many educated Black people who are broke and displaced. And so there was a time when this education was a very important thing. But at the same time, if you think about it, when it was important, you didn't have access to it. Now that you have access to it, it is now being removed from you, and now it's placed on something else that you're going to have to, work hard to fit yourself in. But if you're smart and you're able to calculate and understand what your talents are, you can use that and move away from the idea of bragging about this degree and this PhD and all that stuff when it does not serve you. there are still people telling their kids garbage about going to university to get degrees like sociology and psychology and whatever, and they'll never ever work in that field. And what happens? They're forced in debt and depression. Number 4. I always get this mixed up when I'm counting. Number 5, I think this is absolutism. Doing things a particular way by obeying authority, for example, without questioning. Do it this way. There is really no autonomy. So now, as an individual, if you look at how we are, going around and, saying that we have all this autonomy when we really don't. And we're focusing on individual instead of community. And that's where the breakdown is. Number 5, the enemy is always within. The enemy was always within you. You're the one who let your barrier down and open up yourself to being abused. If you stop being an enemy to yourself, other folks will not get a chance to come in and penetrate your walls and hurt you. So you have to dismiss the demons that you are carrying within you. You have to dismiss your own demons to take back your power. Number 6, illusions. Nothing is as it appears to be. So, for example, wealth or freedom linked to the state of impermanence. Your body and your mind is devoid of true understanding. That is, without spiritual connection to the earth or your ancestors, you are a machine that can be commanded or programmed. I'm going to repeat this one. Nothing is as it appears to be. Wealth or freedom linked to the state of impermanence is something that will affect your body and your mind and your spirit. Your body and mind that is devoid of true understanding is suggesting that without spiritual connection to the earth and your ancestors, you are a machine that is commanded and programmed. Number 7, trust no one, not even yourself. The moment we start to put our trust into people is when we lose. We already lost just from trusting people. So a life these days is worth paper. People will trade you for paper, but people will also trade you for just the promise of paper. Figure that out. Number 8, all is vanity. Clothes, beauty, material possession, career, years of grandstanding, and all that BS. In the end, you will see it's not worth anything, because once that rug is pulled out from under you, all of that stuff does not matter. Vanity doesn't matter. It comes and goes at will. You are supposed to know that things or material possession or anything that can be destroyed by fire is not something for you to waste your energy rushing towards or trying to hold on. Number 9, nature is the solution for all our problems, the only source of tranquility. This is the only true source of peace or connecting to energy fields that will reveal secrets. So nature is the only source for all problems, the solution, for all problems, the only source of tranquility. It is the only true source of peace or connecting to energy fields that reveal secrets. Number 10, love is the true rhythm that sets the tone for redemption. Only through love can we destroy the energy in hate. I want you to hear this. Most people have no love for themselves and they're incapable of recognizing love. So you must first cultivate love for yourself. If you shower yourself with love, it forces others to see that any love they could possibly offer you will be comparable to the love they give themselves. So if there's no demonstration of self-love or self-respect, then that love will not be accepted. Okay, so until you're able to say to someone, how can you love me if you don't love yourself? Then you're not ready to receive love. Okay, I've rushed through this. Hopefully you can get something from it. But it's time for us to recalculate our mind. It's time for us to really examine where we're at, what is happening in our lives. And listen, yesterday was a day of mourning for me. I cried yesterday because I thought of some things and some things came to my mind, and it just made me very sad. But today It's a new day. And I have to move on and accept what is. Before you can change what you don't like, you have to first accept it and remedy that. Most important, we need to love ourselves, and we need to get back to the true connection to God, or whatever word you use for the Creator. Until such time, stay blessed, everybody.